The game we're going to see is a game between Salgado Lopez and Artemiev. And Artemiev is another promising young player who also plays the Caro-kann and plays it pretty well. So here, once again, we're dealing with a little bit of a sideline. And once again, black plays the plan with queen c7, bishop d6. c3, knight f6, h4. Bishop d6, queen f3. Okay, knight d7. Now, it might seem like h5 is dangerous, but in fact, it's not, because after the bishop goes to c2, it looks a little bit awkward there, but in fact, there's absolutely no way to take advantage of the bishop being on c2. So h6, g6, and white found nothing better than just to trade it off, because there really is nothing better. You can't ever trap it, and if you play something like this move, I can even play e5, takes, and queen e2, bishop a4. Bishop goes back, and as you could see, white's pieces are a little bit misplaced. So white played here, but now after black played queen a5, which is a good move, maybe preparing queen d5, black has absolutely no problems. And in fact, once again, it's one of these positions which is winnable even against people lower rated, even against good players. Bishop f4, takes, queen takes, g5. No problem playing g5 because black will probably castle queen. Queen d5, f5 was also possible, but black played queen d5, f3, rook g8, rook's going to g6, and eventually the h6 pawn might become a little bit of a weakness. Queen takes d5, c takes d5, king f2, king c7, and once again, endgame looks equalish, but it's winnable. Rook here, g4, f4, and whoops, that gives a very nice outpost for the square. But then again, if you didn't play f4, what else can you play? Let's say you play knight e5. Takes. Then after this and this, the g file opens up. And white has his own problems here as well. So how to decide which one is better? So he decided to give up the e4 square, feeling it's the lesser of the evil. And in return, creating counterplay like this. Now this move of rook f8 was important because if knight e4, white actually has an idea here. So I'm going to give you some time to see if you can find it. What would white do here? Rook takes e4, exclam, de, knight takes f7. The rook gets trapped, and white is just winning easily. So you have to always be careful for tactics. So rook f8 is correct. And now only knight e4. And now white went for this pawn. And this was probably a mistake, because after rook g8, black has control over that g-file and has initiative. And now white made a blunder. King f3 was called for. Position is still equalish. f5, knight e3, rook g3, king e2, rook g8, and yes, black has very good compensation for the pawn, but the material is still equal. I mean, but white is still up a pawn though, and black is not winning by force. But instead, knight f2 was played, and after check and rook g3, white just collapsed here. And here, in fact, white just resigned because, you know, white is in a very deadly terminal pin against which there's really no defense. So as you guys could see, if you look back in the Caro-kann position after bishop f5, it seems like white's position is very solid. It seems like white can't really go wrong. But in fact, by playing simple with black, you can almost always create winning chances, whether white plays a main line, whether he plays a side line. And of course, if he plays a main line and he tries to attack, you have to always be quite a bit careful to not run into trouble. But at the same time, objectively speaking, black is doing more than fine in lines like this. And that's why, for the most part, these days, a lot of people, if they really want to get an advantage against the Caro-kann, they play the move e5 here. Or they even try stuff like this and play a more fixed pawn structure where you can outplay a lower rated. But knight c3 has gotten out of fashion. because of bishop f5, and it seems like if black knows what to do, black should usually equalize. But, again, if you're dealt with anything, you have to not underestimate the danger, and you have to play carefully accordingly, and study the lines carefully, and then you'll be fine. So if you're a Caro-kann player, good luck to you. Hopefully, you'll have some good experiences. Take care, everybody. This is Grandmaster Alex Lenderman signing off. Bye-bye.